Hi, my name is Chris. In this video, I'm going to answer some of the most frequently asked questions we get when it comes to pool lifts. Probably the most asked question we get is, how much does a pool lift cost? And the answer is, it really varies. There are a lot of different scenarios you can have with a pool lift, whether it's an above ground pool or an in-ground pool, even maybe a hot tub or a spa. And depending on your setup, the price can vary. But I can say that on the low end, you're looking at about $3,300. On the high end, about $12,000. Again, depending on the model and the setup of your pool lift. Another question we often get is, can I put a pool lift on my above ground pool? And the answer usually is yes, but there are really two scenarios we encounter with above ground pools. One, the pool lift is freestanding in the backyard with a ladder that you climb up on the outside to get in the pool, and then a ladder that goes on the inside. And then there's also a scenario where you have a deck that's built around that above ground pool. For the first scenario, where there's just a ladder to get in and out of that pool, you're going to need a pool lift that has a lot of clearance in order to get you up over that edge. So there are models that are designed to actually go up and over that edge when it's a freestanding pool, but you're going to need concrete pad to anchor that pool lift into the ground. And usually that's about a 3 foot by 3 foot pad, about 10 inches thick, in order to make it stable enough to hold the weight of somebody going up and over the edge of that pool.
Okay, so after I went back and edited this video, I realized that I actually had used the word stair lift instead of pool lift for one section. But I do want to answer the question. If you do have a deck that's built around your pool, your above ground pool, you usually are able to anchor a pool lift into that deck.
While we're on that subject, another question we sometimes get is, can I use a pool lift for my spa or hot tub? And the answer usually is yes. And you're going to be looking at the same scenario that you were with an above ground pool with no deck around it. You're going to need a concrete pad to anchor that lift into so that you can get up and over the edge of the spa. Sometimes people wonder, if I've got an in-ground pool and I've got a concrete deck all the way around it, can I just anchor my pool lift into that deck? And the answer is maybe, but just remember that most manufacturers are going to require a 3 foot by 3 foot section of concrete that's at least 10 inches deep in order to properly anchor and support that lift. So what's the weight capacity of pool lifts? Again, that's going to vary by model, but typically you're in the range of 300 pounds to 600 pounds, depending on which model you choose. Sometimes people wonder, are pool lifts manually powered or battery powered? And the answer is they come both ways. For battery powered ones though, the manufacturer usually recommends that you take the battery off and charge it at least once daily. What about maintenance on pool lifts? The answer is they need to be maintained just like any other machine in order to keep working well. The best thing to do is check your owner's manual to see what maintenance is required. If you're unable to do it yourself, you can always hire a company like ours to do it for you. Sometimes people want a portable solution they can kind of just push out of the way when they're not using it. And they do make portable pool lifts. On one side, you have a big tank that you fill with sand, and it offsets the weight of the person on the other side as they're getting in and out of that pool. Now, the sand doesn't usually come with the pool lift. It's usually delivered without it, and then once you get it into place, you fill it with sand and then push it around as you need to. Well, I think that covers our most commonly asked questions. But if you have additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime via phone or completing a form on our website. We'll get back to you.